Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Malty Monday. We are going to be looking at the Grisette. And I'm going to welcome in the panel that I have right now. We do have miscellaneous brew reviews. Thomas Metal 75, Grisette King.
Hello.
Chatty-O.
I like turtles.
Beer Man.
Hello.
Alex, the Beer Master.
And I love stouts.
And Bumpy Road, myself. And I don't see last beer. That's sad.
Slacker.
Well, cheers
right.
to the chat as well. Drunken One was first. Jammer Fan returns. Welcome back. He's making himself a McGriddle. Burley Sullivan, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know if many of us have had a Grisette before. I have because I've been sitting on the one I have for a while. It was a 4-pack at one point. Whiskey Scout, welcome. And yes, the challenge will go first tonight. It will be Chatty-O, but first, and welcome Commerce and Mary and the Butch. First, I'm just going to do some quick reading. There's nothing on the BJCP that I could find because they don't put out the updated BJCP 2020 whatever online that you can just find and go through. So the Grisette might be in the later versions of that, but nothing back to 2015 I can find. So anyways, what I have is Grisette is a historical style of Belgian beer starting somewhere in the 1700s or early 1800s. Although there are higher gravity versions, most Grisettes were brewed to be around 3 to 5% ABV. The beer was moderately hopped to around 0.36 to 0.89 ounces per gallon, depending on the gravity of the beer and the source of the hops, English versus Belgian versus Bavarian. Sources indicate that it was brewed with 6-row barley and a small percentage of wheat malt. While the beer was probably fermented with a mixed culture, the beer was generally meant to be served fresh, and the hopping rate would have limited the activity of lactic acid bacteria on shorter timescales. Just a little more reading on this. Grisette seems to be one of the new buzzwords sweeping Belgian-inspired craft beer. It's like the new cool, lost the obscure style. Well, I think Grisette, this is written by somebody else. I'll try to mention the name afterwards. Well, I think Grisette is a cool style, and I want to see lots of good examples of it. Seeing beers popping up with the name Grisette can be concerning because not many people have a good idea of what it should mean, both brewers and consumers included. And this is for good reason. There's very little information out there about it. While saisons are historically beers rooted in the farm, Grisettes are beers inherently rooted in industry. In the Industrial Revolution, they were brewed for miners in the Hainaut province and possibly adjacent mining areas in south of Belgium, which until the World Wars was one of the centers of the Industrial Revolution in Europe. The Hainaut province is the same region that saisons come from, and there were likely significant similarities between the two beers. Both mining and farming are rural activities done on or in the land where the need for an urban area nearby to sell processed goods and for trading. And in addition, both the styles are beers to refresh the workers and as such would have been lower strength and would have fulfilled the same basic requirements. All right, enough of that. We've got a little bit of a history, and let's get back to this screen. I'm going to throw Chatty-O in the ring first.
Right.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm at a different location, undisclosed. I'm in a bunker. Actually, I'm in a coal mine, and it's a delight from, where's their logo? Ursula Brewing Company out of Aurora, Colorado. This beer was bottled on October 30th, 2018. It's 4.8%. A little bit of a write-up. It says, the canary just passed out. Oh, no. Grab this bottle of dry, crisp farmhouse ale and run. Actually, grab 2. It's a long ride back. So, here we go. Just try to crack it open. Oh, there it is. Got a little bit of smokage on the top. I don't know if you guys can probably pick that up. Still smokage. All right, put her in the glass.
That looks delicious.
Well, it's all head.
Yeah.
The lively one. Yeah,
It is.
It is.
At least it didn't explode all over this table. I would have been in trouble. There you go. You can see it. Nice pear color. Decent effervescence. Hazy as heck. I'm trying to get more in there very carefully.
And what's the date on that bottle you said? You said
10/30/2018.
oh, so it is a couple years old. Okay, nice.
So yep. So you saw the color. It's kind of parent color like that. Pretty. Fish size of head because I can't pour. Thanks, Alex. It rubbed off on me or from you. On yeah, sure.
Alex, the beer
Check the
master.
aroma.
You're okay.
Oh man, kind of has a champagne-y kind of dryness smell to it. Oh, that's interesting. I was not expecting that. I figured this would be more like a pilsner or something. Yeah, picking up on the some of the barleys, the grains. Cheers. Let me give it a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. Kind of a pear flavor to it. It's a little tart too. Very refreshing. Oh my gosh. I might need to go back to North Aurora and get more. This is really flipping good.
Do you think they have more of that?
Oh yeah. They had a whole stockpile of them. People really don't know what a grisette is. I didn't know what it was until now. This is the first time I've ever tried this beer.
Wow.
That's why I'm blown away. It dries out very well in the back end, and leaves you wanting to drink more.
So that BuMpY.
There it is. Very good. Yeah, like I said, pear taste. Almost like the tartness reminds me of like sweet tarts in a way, kind of like the sweet tart candy. This is incredible. But yeah, I'll shoot my score out now. I'm gonna give it a 98. I've never had this style before, and this is really good. It's up there. Other beers I've had from this brewery were subpar, but this really kind of piques my interest to go back up there and drink more and try other styles that they have. Hopefully it won't be just uncarbonated crap like it was when I had it on tap. Hooray!
Nice.
Shout out. Let's see. Today I dropped a video from Manitou Springs. I kind of had to impromptu it because the audio was messed up in the recording. So put music on. It's about 10 minutes. I also did a shandy showdown between Goose Island's Lemonade Shandy versus Land of Google's Summer Shandy. So that's up there on the channel. Same as always, beer reviews coming out, food reviews. Catch me on panels. Check all these guys out here. They're all awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, oh, man, cheers.
Cheers.
You got it done in
Yeah.
less than 15 minutes.
I did.
Yeah.
I was getting looks.
Go ahead. Go eat dinner, bud.
It's taco salad time and hockey time. I'll see you guys later. Bye,
Taco
Chad.
salad.
Go
I
lightning.
thought you'd be having some.
Yummy.
Cheers, Chadio. Thank you for joining. Go Taco. And thank you, Chadio, for bringing the next member up, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, I've got my grisette here. This is from Jackie O's out of Athens, Ohio. This was it says sustainably craft with purpose, brewed and bottled by Jackie O's, 2017. This is 4.5%. It's a grisette style ale aged in wine barrels. It's called Script. Oh boy. Hopefully it makes some noise when I open it up.
I didn't know you
Not
could
too
age
much.
yourself.
Oh yeah. In and smoke. Yeah. I was
In no foam over.
all right. Try not to let this thing explode in the glass.
So you can
Yeah, it's got some carbon. All right. I was really, really nervous.
legendary Andrew. You can actually age these things. I never even knew that until
No, I bought it. It was just that old. They're sitting on the shelf. That old. So yeah, very, very, very effervescent. Yeah, head's going down quick.
Oh.
I don't know. Oh, it doesn't smell rancid. That's good. We're good. We're doing good. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks,
I was
Miscellaneous.
so nervous.
I'm going to bring in Thomas Metal, 35, and there you go. Good.
It's actually a pretty good segue because I also have an oak aged. I have an aged version, oak aged version. So this is from, excuse me. This is from Proclamation Ale Company in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's a 6.5% grisette, and it's called what is it called? I looked on the website. They actually say it's called Stereo Mono. It is it's an oak age grisette style ale. And here's the fun-loving kind of 1960s artwork. They're kind of cool. So this one, they say on their website, again, 6.5%, and it's a sporadic availability. So they put this in a Fodor, one of those big oak tanks, and they age it for, they say, several months. And we get holy moly, we get that tall pour, even though I did tilt this to the side of the glass. So yeah, 17-inch fingerhead, yeah. And on the bottom of the glass, you can see all of that nice carbonation. There you go. And it is a hazy beer for sure, definitely. And kind of looks like apple juice. Yeah, that's kind of the color of that so far. The nice bright white head. I will wait for the head to die down, do some sipping, give you a review, and tell you all about it in a little bit. Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
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 Now, Alex, I hope you're taking notes. There's been 2 of these so far that have had very large heads.
Slow down the pour.
I know.
Explosive.
Beer man.
Hey, all right. Cool, man. This is also it's a wild beer, a bottle fermented with honey and aged in oak barrels as well. I imagine they're aged in foeders as well. Bend, Oregon is where these guys are from that made this at their Wilderness Brewery. They're called the Ale Apothecary. I've had a few of their beers in the past. We make a beer by hand in our Wilderness Brewery, so expect batch deviation, 100% barrel aged, unfiltered, naturally carbonated with Oregon honey. Oh, little gray one, the life of a Belgian miner full of rocks and frocks. It's straight up grisette. Couldn't ask for any more than that. It's a 6.65%, a very strong one compared to some of your guys's. So I imagine this would definitely, since it was in foeders, would definitely be able to be aged even longer. And I've had this for about 5 months, 6 months maybe so far, just waiting for it to win. And it finally won. There is smoke coming out of the top of that sucker. Nice, a nice light one like Miscellaneous, I think. Yeah. Nice head. Finger and a half. Hazy beer. Lemon yellowish, like dirty lemon. Or dirty, like almost lemon, dirty lemon. Let's go for a quick smell. Oh, that's very wild. That's got a nice bready kind of like thing going on there. That's nice. Actually, a lactobacillus bacteria for sure. Like a nice sour feel. That's really nice. I like that vinegar thing going on. So cheers. I can't wait to get into this. Right on.
It's wild, man. Wild.
Wow, Stallions.
Okay. I never had a grisette either. I mean, you guys had some, but I never had it. I have a Slide Fox. I don't know what brewery it is though. I remember
Slide Fox is the brewery, I think.
Oh, okay. So let's pour this up and see what it looks like. And all that. All right,
Oh boy. Oh.
Okay.
Slowly pour
Heard
that
the
one.
hiss.
Goodness, correct though on that one. Let's see. Okay, slow it down. Slow it down. Jeez.
Oh,
Everybody did it for me.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
actually, that looks pretty good though.
Smells good though. Smells good. So I'm looking forward to having it. Nice finger. I mean, that's a 5-finger head.
Nice.
Ed.
I mean, that's nice and golden. But I'll tell you all about it next time around. I'm looking forward to trying it, and appreciate you, Bumpy.
All right. And Alex bringing in the 5-finger death head. All right.
Yeah. Cheers.
Hey, last beer. I'm glad you can make it.
Thanks for having me.
Otherwise, this would have been the last beer you could have voted on.
Right? All right. So tonight I have from Oxbow Brewing out of Newcastle, Maine. Their Surf Melon. This is slightly salted grisette, brewed with American hops, wheat, watermelon, and fresh limes. This was canned July 22nd, 2020. So we'll see how well it tastes. Hopefully that's a pretty good pour on it.
God damn, that one had some hiss.
Yeah.
Right? Smells terrible. Just kidding.
Oh, hell.
Look how clear that is. It's mad clear. There's no haze to this, really. A little bit.
Proper glassware.
Proper glassware only.
He's gonna tell us how.
Ooh, shit. But a fingernail head on this guy. It's very clear, not as hazy as some of the other ones. Not very dark at all. It's only 4.5%. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, it smells salty. So, cheers.
Right. Cheers. Okay, I think it is me now.
Hey, Legendary Bumpy, I forgot to tell you that it's 5.6, by the way.
5.6. So you have one of the higher ABV.
You're going to be drunk, Alex.
Yeah.
No.
Drunk
The
on
grisette that I'm bringing. Now, I'm going to say this is at least a year old because it sat on the shelf at the store for at least 4 months before I grabbed it. But then I saw that it was dwindling down to the last 4-pack. So I grabbed it because I haven't seen any since. And I've had this for 7 or 8 months now sitting in my fridge. So I'd say at least a year old. This comes from Honest Weight Brewing. They're out of Orange, Massachusetts. And it's called Gate 37. This is a grisette ale with buckwheat. Comes in at 4%.
I got it.
Mine is climbing out of the can a little bit there. So I will pour it like this.
Coming out.
It's still building a head, even though I'm kind of pouring it gingerly.
Yeah.
This is the characteristic of said style, people.
Alex, the beer master heads.
So there we go. This is Alex's favorite beer style now.
To pour, maybe.
It's a very white, rocky head. Like this is like Snow White, like out in the wilderness where no animals even go to urinate in the snow white head. Extremely carbonated. I mean, you can see the carbonation flowing on this. It is that nice kind of straw gold coloration. It does have a good clarity to it as well. All right, let's get back to miscellaneous so he can start giving us some aromas and tasting notes. And
all right, yeah. Heads dissipated. Still effervescent as all hell. It's a lively one. All right, so yeah, for the nose, I mean, they all pretty much look this. Mine's straw gold. There's a very slight haze to it. Yeah. All right, so for the nose, I mean, it's got a vinegary, band-aidy pear type thing going on. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Vinegars and Band-Aids.
yeah, beer man's gonna like it.
Band-Aids a bit of pear in there. You know?
Just imagine it.
It's just weird if you. That medical smell. Anyways,
Johnson and Johnson.
cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a very Belgian nose, people. We're trying to tell you.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
It's very light and crisp. Little tart. It almost does have like a champagne quality, just a little bit softer on the carbonation. That pear's coming through. Still a little bit of that Band-Aidy note, but it's not off-putting, I would say. It's just kind of there. Yeah. It's light, it's lifty, a little fizzy on the tongue. I could definitely see why you could hang out during the day and drink this instead of water. Not too shabby. I'm impressed for 2017, almost 4-year-old Grisette.
Wow.
Not too shabby. I might actually go pick up another one of these.
Nice.
How about that?
I probably would if I could, but
It's
Maybe
kind of
not.
like, you know what? It's very reminiscent of the Gues,
Oh yeah.
in my opinion.
Maybe it won't be one more, Andrew, buying it. You might buy 2 more. You never know what you're buying. You'll know when you get there.
Nobody's buying these things. They've been there since 2017.
Oh my God. No, I'm saying you said you might buy 1 more. You don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
when you get there, you might want to buy a couple more. You don't know.
Yeah, pretty good. Like I said, though, if you get an old one, though, watch out because there's a nice yeast bomb at the bottom. So don't shake it up.
Yeah, you're onto something, Whiskey Scout, with that Lafroig. That
I don't
smoke
think
scotch has that smell to it.
Yeah, so that's it, man. Very
Nice.
quick and to the point, I guess.
yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, dude.
There we go. A little tangent, but Lafroig is in the part of Islay in Scotland over by the coastline on that island. And so they have salt water, kind of iodine, and that smoky flavor and smell. So right on, Whiskey Scout. So back to the beer. We're doing the Proclamation Ale Company from Warwick, Rhode Island. This is their 6.5% stereo mono. It's their oak-aged grisette style ale. I didn't see a date on the cans nor on the 4-pack little holder that I got, but all I know about the age of the beer, several months were in the faux door at the brewery. And I mean, look at that. This glass does not have an etching, but it is looking great. It's got that apple juicy kind of golden look to it. And the head did die down, and I have been putting some more beer back in there. It's got a nice 1 finger at this point, and it's just very bubbly and effervescent. Yeah, the nose on this, I'm getting that funky yeast, Belgian style yeast strain. I am actually getting some, I guess, green apple. Yeah, some green apple in there. I'm getting some. What else am I getting? Maybe Power Persuasion, a little bit of some saltiness in there. Graininess in there. But you know what? It's really reminding me. Somebody said a goose. There is some of the funkiness to the goose that I'm getting in there. But it's also really reminding me of a Saison. And I think these are kind of brother-sister styles to the Saison. So if you've ever had a Saison in the nose, that sort of bright, vinegary, funky tart note to it with a little bit of that fruit in there. It's reminding me a lot of the Grisette. So, of a Belgian Saison. So let's give that a taste, everybody. Cheers. Looks like champagne.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty beer.
Cheers.
There's a lot of vinegar. There's a lot of vinegary tartness in there. Definitely getting like an apple cider kind of vinegar in there. There's a green apple skin to that. Definitely like an apple juicy kind of quality in there. I'm getting the oakiness. I'm getting that oak aged aspect to it. I mean, that's the big notes I'm getting. And it's very dry. And I'm almost getting something sort of citrusy towards the end of it. But it pretty much starts and ends as that apple cider vinegar. Very crisp, very clean, and has that champagne style effervescence to it, that sparkling white wine effervescence. Fairly dry. There is a crackeriness or like a Pilsner kind of a maltiness in the beer itself that keeps it pretty refreshing. And did I just say refreshing? Yeah, so it's crisp, clean for the most part, and it's ultra refreshing. You can put these down without any problem. You do have to like beers on the tart side to be into this one, even though it is fairly clean. So other than that, if you like Saisons, you'll probably like a Grisette and one like this. I'll think about a rating. Cheers. I'm going to listen to everybody else now.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Thank you, Eric. Man.
All right. Cool, man. First of all, I never said thank you, BuMpy, for letting me on your show, of course. Yeah, let's get into
I have to let you on, otherwise you won't let me on your beer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Cool. But no, getting back to the color though, I was saying like funky off yellow or what did I say? Dirty lemon. It's more of a honey actual. It's kind of like an orange like honey. It's really nice. I like the pretty color. It's the same as Eric's actually. I said miscellaneous. Miscellaneous was a little lighter than mine. It doesn't have the effervescence though that Eric's had. I can't see it. It looks like an IPA. It looks like a West Coast hazy or something like that, or even like a New England IPA or something like that. Good lacing though already there. It's nice. It's going for the nose again. Wow. Yeah. like a Vinny. There's Vinny like white grapes skin, like a kind of a tannin coming off of it from the barrel. You get a little bit of green apple skin, like Eric was saying. Green apple is a good one. It doesn't have the Pilsner cracker, but it definitely has more of like you get the honey, the sweetness coming through with a nice kind of a biscuit malt. It's very nice. Looking at it, hazy. Let's go forward to the drink. I already said looking at it. That's why we're going forward to the drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
You can knock one of those back down, huh?
Oh, that's very lactobacillus.
Wow.
Very, very vinegar. But more than vinegar, it's got like lemon. It's got like that sour apple, just that real nice sour granny apple kind of skin thing. It's got like a sour grape, almost like a sour white grape, an unripened grape or something. Very, very. I mean, I don't even know if this would go good with goat cheese. It's got that wild texture to it, you know. It is very cool and refreshing right now. It's a nice cold, probably 45 right now. Very nice cold though on the mouth. Very good and refreshing. Very clean and also gritty at the same time. It's got kind of a nice little like dry, gritty, chalky in the palate up on the top, and the hard palate goes down, and you start to get this like kind of a wettish, like dry feel in the mouth in the aftertaste. And the finish, yeah, no alcohol though. 6.65, a little heavier than your guys's, but unless Josh's was heavier, he always has really, and miscellaneous always really has heavy ones. But this is a 6.65. You know, it's definitely got some time for aging. So it doesn't have any information about anything on this bottle. So I had to look everything up. Let's get one more drink here real quick.
Ooh,
it does have a sweetness, but it's very tart and sour. It's like I said, that lactobacillus, that good old wild bacteria added to it to add that nice little sour kick. It's very nice, but it's pleasant. It's not totally off-putting or anything like that. It's very easy to drink. God, I would totally get this again, man. Yeah, definitely. Good beer. Got my thoughts, got my numbers. Cheers, man.
Nice. Cheers, Spearmint.
Cheers.
very nice.
Alex, you ready?
I don't know if Alex is ready.
All right.
Did your head die down yet?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did, my friend. So it looks like a regular beer, nice and golden, little haze to it. So it's a nice head attention. So let's see what it smells like. It does smell like a sweetness, pear kind of band-aidy thing. I kind of smelled that off a little bit. So it has the sweetness. Is it going to taste good? That's what matters. I hope it's going to be delicious. On the date here on the can, although I'm going to pour it up, so I guess I could show the date every last minute. But
the rule tonight, Alex, is if you don't like it, you have to chug it down.
Yeah, I know. So let's see what this tastes like. Nice frothy head again. Let's see what this tastes like, and cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to beers.
Kind of tastes similar to what I smell. I think these Saison, what is these called again?
Grisettes.
I think grisettes and Saisons and all these things, I think they're based on one another. They have that pear, apple-y. This is not apple taste, but I'm just saying fruity taste. Has a little bit of sweetness to it. Very nice in the mouthfeel. A little bit of dryness. Not too bad. Yeah, as you drink it, you could taste that pear. Now, I don't know why Goza and grisettes and all this stuff, Saisons, I don't know why they have that pearness. I don't know if they make pears with these drinks. And if they do, that would be freaking amazing because pears are good. At least in my book.
Yeah, pear can either be coming from hops or it could be coming from the yeast.
That's true. Could it be either or? You're right. But so you're saying Saisons, grisettes, they don't make pears, make the beer with the pears? So they just use yeast then. So I thought they actually put fruit in this.
I suppose they could, yeah.
Could have, yeah. Possible.
But yeah, so it's it has a little sour to it, but it has more sweetness to it. Very refreshing. It's not too dry, but just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what kind of rating I'm getting. I'm really happy that I'm getting better at telling what I'm tasting. I'm really happy about that. But yeah, beyond that, I'm trying to get better and better each time I taste these things. I will tell you, it does have a little carbonation. It's not bubbly on the tongue, but you can feel that in your chest. Ooh. So.
Oh shit, whiskey. No.
So that's okay though, but it's very tasty. If you can get this beer, Grisette, what is this called again?
Sly Fox.
Slide Fox Brewing. If you can get this, please try. I don't know if it's a New Jersey beer.
I've seen that
bike before.
It's Virginia. They're out of Virginia.
Well, again.
Yeah.
Josh knows everything, everybody. If you need to know something, go to him. That's what I like about him. So, yeah, try to get this beer. I'll give you a rating next time around. And the shout-outs next time around, that's that. And thank you, Legendary Bumpy, for letting me come on every Monday. Cheers.
All the way up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
Anytime, brother.
Right, we've got to bring in
Josh. You'll be all the way up here.
Josh. Now, this guy here has been putting Grisette into the poll for the past, 5-6 months now?
At least. Ever since this one was brewed, I think. So like I said, I have Surf Melon. The shark's going to get you with his little melon shark. From Oxbow out of Newcastle, Maine. 4.5% American hops, limes. Slightly salted with watermelon. So as you can see, that there's absolutely no head in this great glassware, proper glassware. Nice straw color on this one. Going for the nose. Get a lot of salt. Get some of that lime. Get some like lemon peel on the nose. Some of that watermelon on the back end. Maybe a little bit of bitterness from the hops, but not too much. But a lot of that salt and lime and some like lemon zest. Yeah, it smells good. 4.5%. Easy drinker. So let's go in for a taste and see what I get. Cheers.
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 Did you have that before, Josh, or that's the first time?
He's been holding
This is
it.
the first time.
Okay.
Wow. So right off the bat, you get a lot of that watermelon. I get a little bit of that lime. You get some of that saltiness. I kind of get like a white pepper. No pear whatsoever. A lot of watermelon. Quite a few, but decent amount of watermelon. A little bit of salt. Like a lemon peel. But that saltiness and that watermelon just kind of overtake everything. And that lime kind of goes on the back end in the mixture with kind of like that white pepper that I'm pulling out of there. It's very refreshing. Much like a Saison or Goza or something like that, but it almost tastes like a sea quench from Dogfish added with watermelon. You get that, because that has lime in it, has salt in it. Just add watermelon and you kind of get a sea quench ale. It's not too bitter. Like I said, you get a little bit of that lemon peel, but doesn't have any bitterness to it. Very sweet. Well, not very sweet, but that watermelon kind of brings up the sweetness. And then the mixture of the salt and lime. It's a nice mixture. I know Oxbow makes a lot of different grisettes. I think there was like 2 or 3 other ones on the shelf when I went to go look, whenever this was, a couple months ago. But yeah, this is good. Definitely nice summer type beer. You're out cutting the grass or doing something outside and crack open a few of these and slam them back. So yeah, I think it'll be get a high rating from me. So cheers, BuMpY. Thanks for having me. Cheers to the panel. Cheers to the chat. And Grisette finally won all the way up.
All the way up.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Sounds good.
Never again.
Never again. This is the last time.
This is it. The beginning and the death of Grisette.
Until non-alcoholics come. So
That's right. Non-alcoholic Grisettes.
Yikes.
All right.
Tell you the truth, I never had non-alcoholic beer, so it'll be the first time when
I got a golden one.
legendary BuMpY.
Let's.
Barrel aged non-alcoholic.
There probably is barrel.
We might try to save the non-alcoholic for the very last episode.
Serious salad.
Be a
go out
sad
with
day.
we'll go out with a
Okay.
bang.
Wine coolers.
Yeah, but legendary
So-
BuMpY, there's probably different flavors of
I
non-alcoholic.
think wine.
Oh yeah, there is. But it's
BJC.
a style, we're not going with.
Last beer before rehab, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, BuMpY. I'm sorry. I just want to say that.
So the aromas. Yeah, it's got a bit of this kind of bready note. There is kind of this woodsy funkiness. Maybe if you think like an old fence on a farm that has moss and it's damp and it's got that kind of just rotting wood type thing going on. So it's a bit not quite like barnyard, but the fence around the barnyard maybe.
That smells wet.
Wet wood.
Wet earth.
Wet wood.
Damp,
Wet.
very damp, moist wood.
I said wet earth.
I'd say a little spike of like a lemon zest as well. You can smell that it's got some type of a wild or souring type yeast or bacteria that helped to ferment this. It has a decent smell for an old 4.8 beer. So, cheers.
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 Like a light medium body to this one. Very carbonated, very drying on the palate. Taste follows the aromas. It's got the kind of earthy tone, woody, kind of funky thing going. Still a little bit of like a lemon type zest in there. I'd say kind of a bit of a nuttiness on the finish, which could be coming from that buckwheat that they used. Bitterness is there. It kind of stays true to that kind of, I'd say it's a little bit maybe on the floral side with the bitterness, kind of earthy tone as well. Maybe a bit zesty. Bitterness is low, but lingering. It definitely balances this out. It's nice, easy to drink for sure. Works like most dry beers. It makes you want to just keep going back for more to drink and drink. I think this one right now is tasting better than what I can remember. Remember the other 3 cans tasting like about like what 5, 6, 7 months ago. Whenever I purchased this, but who knows what was going on in my palate then. I made sure tonight that I did not drink anything heavy on flavor prior to coming in. I been drinking some Natty Ice, so I didn't want like a big hoppy IPA to destroy my tongue from picking anything up. If the grisette was going to be kind of low in any flavors, and yeah, after drinking the Natty Ice, this one does have some nice flavors coming through. So let's go back to miscellaneous. Give us a score. Give us any shout outs. Cheers.
All right. So I did a little final notes on this. Now that it's starting to warm up, I mean, it's still got bubbles streaming. Still got some effervescence to it. It's been probably 35 minutes. Yeah. I'm picking up more like a crackery malt now. And this is aged on wine barrels, and I'm sure it was in fooders at some point. Definitely getting that wood oaky tones coming out. I don't know. Mine's really not too dry on the palate. I mean, kind of is one of those beers where you want to get back in. The pear notes and everything, as it's warmed up, have started to fade almost completely. So I would definitely think this might be better. Definitely better cold. Score-wise, the first time I've ever had a grisette. So I'm just going to put this at – I'm going to put it at a 90 because I honestly don't even know where to land this on the scale. It's not bad. Could be really, really good if I don't know, haven't had enough grisettes in my life. So I'll probably still stay on the hunt. But, yeah, feel comfortable at a 90, not ever having the style before. Shout out wise, yeah, it's going to be some more miscellaneous brew reviews coming out. I actually just dropped a video right before Malty Monday. You can go check that out. It's a Boulevard product, fairly new. So, yeah, other than that, I believe BuMpY's going to the store tomorrow to go get a cherry bomb. So we should be, me, him, and Beer Man should be doing a review of that. If anybody else wants to join in, grab one, hit us up, let us know, and you're more than welcome to join. Yeah. Let me see. What else is there to shout out? Really, I think everybody else can take care of most of everything, but Stout Sundays with John and Ellie, a.k.a. Georgia Beer Reviews, and Michael Kornroff will be hosted at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So bring a stout or a porter and yeah, start the day off right. Cheers. Thanks for having me, Bumpy. And yeah, it's quite the experience. It's a hell of a time hunting one of these down. The cherry bomb from Prairie Arson.
Area, okay.
Now, legendary Andrew, when are we doing this cherry bomb? In the next couple of days or tomorrow?
Do you have it?
Not yet. I have to try to find.
I've been waiting on Bumpy, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll
He's
see,
had
if I can,
stuff going on, so it really hasn't been a rush. If you can find it, if you grab it sooner than later, I would.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find a cherry bomb. It's a cherry bomb, like a word bomb, right?
Yeah. It's the Prairie Artisan beers. It's going to be in a single
Alex,
bottle.
I'll take a picture of it and text it to you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, brother.
So it's just like the bomb, but with cherry. All right.
$10 bill for one of those.
Miscellaneous. All right. Let's bring up. I think Eric is next.
I'm the Grisette king. I can't tell you how many times I've had Grisette, but I'm a king of Grisettes. I know. I'm a self-appointed king because it's 166 power. This is pretty good. This is good stuff. Like I said earlier, I think the style you're gonna have to like some tart, borderline sour flavors to get maximum enjoyment out of it. I love the fact that I immediately picked up on that refreshing, crackery kind of Pilsner malty backbone to it. So it keeps it really refreshing. The body is actually, I mean, the carbonation's pretty prickly, but underneath that, the body itself on this beer is got a slight creaminess, if that makes any sense to people. But it is a nice, spritzy, effervescent, tart, souring beer. So comparing it to a Goza or a Guise, however you pronounce that word, from Belgium, is a perfect example. And that barnyard funkiness is a saison. They kind of meet together in the middle to create a grisette style, and the oak aging just does wonders in combining all those flavors together. So I'm going to give this an 88 out of 100. This is not my favorite beer style on the planet Earth, but high remarks for this one, especially being oak aged in the state of Rhode Island. Yeah, way to go. This is one of the more unique beer drinking experiences out of the state of Rhode Island. There's not a lot of funky tart beers. You can search for them, but this is pretty good stuff. So if you like it funky and you like it crisp and refreshing, bam, get you one of these stereo monos from Proclamation. Yeah, definitely highly recommended if you're in the state of Rhode Island. It's over by the airport with major commercial airlines going in and out. Go get to Proclamation. So we'll be able to host the Wild Card Wednesday this week, which will be on the 7th of July, 2021. So that's at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Everybody join with a wine, a liquor, or a spirit, and just don't be a douche. Give everybody an opportunity to speak, just like on this program. And till next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers, everybody.
Awesome, Eric. Awesome.
Yeah. Yes, and subscribe to everybody on this channel that has accounts.
Awesome.
Right on.
Including Josh one of these days.
Yeah, don't subscribe to me. I don't.
Go to Instagram. He's there.
Yeah, but Josh is going to do some OnlyFans so he can finally get the car he wants.
Don't. I was gonna get to that.
Oh, well, sorry. I didn't mean to ruin
Here's
your
my shout
surprise.
out. Great.
All right. I think we're on to Beer Man. Thank you very much there, Eric.
All right. I didn't mention the body. It was a medium body. Yep. Okay, so this would be good though with some fruits added in the secondary. I think some puree might. I don't know. The wild funkiness is kind of weird though, so that might make it weird. But just the fact that it's like I got that sour makes you wonder how it would be. I don't know. Anyway, but I like the wild pizzazz of it. I like the. I like how it has that nice green apple skin, the white grape, the vinny thing, the slight tannin really makes a nice feel to it. Just that oak barrel-y kind of thing going on. It's very nice. Though it's unfiltered, it had a real clean feel to it, a real nice easy drink and feel to it and texture. It was really nice to take down. I'm still enjoying it. Even as it gets warmer, it actually gets a little more flavors coming out of this. A lot like the sours too. I found that with sours, you let them sit for a while and you get more and more flavors coming out, even though they're a little weird to drink warm. Funky, like a funky Sour Patch Kid candy is kind of where I'm going with this. Just like you kind of have your sweetness, but you're going through a whole lot of lactobacillus and like sour funk. Very refreshing, like I said, though. I like the wild vinegar forward weirdness. It's different and fun to drink. I'm gonna give this I first one I've ever had to, so 93 out of 100's kind of where I'm staying. Definitely A range. I liked it. It was drinkable, so I'll see what some others are like, and we can go from there, in the future. So yeah, like as far as shouts, Tuesday tomorrow will be Beer and Cheese Tuesday, 8 o'clock Wednesday, Tuesday, and it will be honey goat cheese, and any fruited puree of choice. Yep, or fruited sour of choice. Preferably a puree if you can find it. Be nice.
I keep looking, Beer Man. I keep looking for the bean purees.
It's okay. Just get a nice fruited one. That's cool. It's all doable. But Wednesday will be a wild ale. So with that being, we talked about it yesterday. So lactobacillus is fine. Brettanomyces, Saccharomyces is pretty much in all ales anyway. So, but like Brettanomyces and the lactobacillus kind of mix is totally fine. So bring something like that, something wild and funky. Even this would have worked actually for tomorrow. So just talking about the yeast, nice beer nerd time, and these change for those that don't know, change every month or so. I try to change them up. We'll be going over some adjunct beers, adjunct beer yeast and stuff like that. They use an adjunct beer. I don't know if it's it really doesn't need to be done because adjuncts are adjuncts, yeast is yeast. So I might think about that a little bit, but show up at 6 o'clock. Huh?
Some rice.
rice beers, or I don't know. Is that a rice is an adjunct? Yeah. Yeah. So we can do. We'll figure something out. But 6 o'clock Eastern. Be there for that. Always thank BuMpY definitely for always being there. Thank you so much. And anyone else that shows up, you guys are always welcome. So I appreciate it. So yeah, look out for videos as well. Always putting some weird shit up. So you guys take care. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Beer Man.
Cheers, Beer Man. Thanks for making it on tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Alex. It's go time.
Oh boy, Jeremy's
It's go
been
time.
waiting.
So you're right. This beer, I'm gonna give it a 90. Very tasty beer. Like I said, get this Grisette, Slide Fox Brewing. I'll have to try their other beers and see if they have stouts. You know me. I'm into my stouts. I'm into my New England IPAs, but more stouts. But yeah. So I'm going to try to see if that's a brewery, but I think according to Legendary BuMpY it is. So I'll take a look at that. So I'm going to give this, like I said, a 90. Very tasty beer. So stop and try to get that if it's around your area or whatever. And shout outs. Don't forget, you can have your fried eggs for Food Friday, fried egg sandwiches, any eggs, anything eggs, right? If it's a sandwich, anything, right? If it's fried eggs, if it's just regular eggs, or just an egg sandwich. Just any eggs that you want to bring.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, eggs and beer. Yep, anything.
Eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Fluffy scrambled eggs.
Yes, anything. I don't
Eggs
even think
that Gordon Ramsay made for me.
Goose eggs.
So yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Time to get
Food
creative.
Friday.
Ostrich eggs.
That might be good too. Food
Dinosaur
Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then don't forget Stout Sunday. Stout Sunday is 10:30 Eastern Standard Time on John and Nelly's channel. But if you don't know John and Nelly, just look up Georgia Beer Reviews. Get your stouts on in the morning. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers, man.
Can we have an egg and Zima?
What's a Zima?
But
They don't make Zima.
Oh, you haven't heard of Zima,
They
dude?
came back. Yeah, they came back a few years.
Oh,
What is
A
that?
few years ago, in like 2018, I think.
What
It's
did you say it was?
alternative from their late.
No, it was just a joke. I was just making a.
It's like a Smirnoff Ice.
Appreciate you.
Smirnoff Ice.
Go ahead.
It's alternative from 90s. Yes.
I'm gonna-
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, brother. Thanks for letting me come on.
All right, thank you. Great job. I'm glad you could find a grisette too. You didn't even send me a Marco Polo. I had no clue.
Well, no, I no, because I
Surprise everybody.
didn't have to show you this time around. Yeah,
Nice
next time I will give you a Marco Polo like I always do.
Yeah.
But the guy said grisette, and I said, okay, I don't have to Marco Polo BuMpy that because I know that's what it says, grisette. So
Yeah.
if I didn't see the name, yeah, I'm gonna give you the Marco Polo, and then you would
And
obviously.
then I'm going to tell you no, Alex.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
All right.
Or you may ball bust me and say no, and then you tell me yes. One of the two.
All right.
Appreciate you.
We got to get to Josh as he's finishing up his last bit of spittle.
That bowl was all the way up, man.
The bowl face.
Now it's all the way gone. Surf melon from Oxbow. First time I think I might have had Oxbow before, but first time I had a grisette ever. So this is a worldwide exclusive for me. It was pretty good. Nice and light, refreshing. Get a lot of that watermelon, that lemon, that lime, some of that saltiness. I mean, for a hard seltzer, you can't beat it, right? Just kidding. For a grisette, it's pretty good for having the first grisette I've ever had. Score-wise, I'll give it a 92. I like it. I'd probably pick it up again, or maybe try some of their other grisettes that they got. But the watermelon kind of sold me. As you know, I'm a big sour guy, so I go with a lot of fruits, stuff like that. So yeah, 92 for the surf melon from Oxbow out of Maine. As for shout outs, it's been a while since I've been on panel, so there's not too many shout outs, but Philly Crooker 87 on Instagram is my only shout out. Look for the OnlyFans in a couple months when I get that all together. $15.99 a month.
Are you kidding?
Slide into my DMs and we'll see what I can come up with. That's extra. But anyways,
It's going to be spendy. You want some Mercedes.
yeah, you know. Thanks for having me, BuMpy. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to the chat. And I'll see you on the next installment when we do non-alcoholic beers. So, cheers.
And let's
There you go.
Josh,
You can leave with that comment right there.
is that a real site? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, you better shut up.
What's that, Alex?
Is that a real site, OnlyFans, or you just joking?
Oh, yeah, it's a real site.
It is, Alex. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Off air, we talk about that.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game. You don't want to play that game right now.
Kind of a
You don't want to go down
Josh
that
is
road.
gonna take
No, I
pictures of
don't.
his feet.
I
It's a
just,
beer
I hope
style.
you don't do that, Josh. I really hope you
Only hops. That's what it's
don't do that, my friend.
Oh my God.
Only heavily fruited sours.
Huh? You're just kidding.
He's got to afford the 4 ovals somehow.
Exactly. Yeah. Ain't gonna pay for itself. The extended warranty ain't gonna pay for itself.
Yeah, but you don't want to do the OnlyFans, as Andrew has said. So I think that's a good idea not to do that.
Yeah, you can get a lot of
But
things.
Alex, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, I think
Anyways,
Josh
back
made
to
a
the
lot of
beer.
new friends.
Yeah.
All right, well, cheers, Josh. Thanks for making it on tonight.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. And it's down to me. This grisette. Oh, I still got some left. Pour. Yeah. Very similar, like stated at the beginning with the findings I could find. Very similar to a saison. But what I do like about this, because sometimes saisons can be too much. There's like too much of this, too much of that, too funky, too much of like a barnyard, too much of something. Not all. I like saisons, but I don't like all saisons. But this is the only grisette that I've ever had, so I can't say that all Grisette's going to be great. But what I liked about this one was it had some of the similar characteristics to a Saison, but it was lighter. It wasn't like offensive in any way. It all worked together. It blended well. And for that reason, I'm going to give this Grisette a 96 out of 100.
Ooh.
So
It's
Nice.
very eloquent.
very easy to drink, and it had decent flavors. I would definitely drink these. Like if I was looking for a lighter beer, I would definitely drink these over drinking American Adjunct type lagers because there's just more flavor, and they're still doing the same thing that you want from a lighter beer. They're going to be thirst quenching, and hopefully not be too expensive. That's the one issue. You might pay a little bit more because it's crafty, right? But anyway, shout outs. We got After Dark Beers on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring a dark beer based off of the malts. You're welcome up on panel. Don't bring a sour that's, purple, dark purple in color because of purees that have been added to it. That's not what I'm looking for. Looking for dark beers based off the malts. But everybody's welcome on panel as long as you do so.
What if it's black?
A black sour.
Yeah, like black currant, real black.
Well, if it was like a black
black
lager that was soured or something, that's fine. If it's based off of
I'm just kidding.
what the malts
Charcoal activated.
Yeah, I mean they do have sour stouts and things like that. I'm not saying don't bring a sour type beer, but don't bring a fruited sour because that's going to be basically based off of adjuncts and not the malt. Other than that, I mean, Malty Monday is on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and for the first time in a while, we're going to have to create a poll. In the void of the Grisette. It's not going to be there, so there's going to have to be something else. So we're going to try to put our heads together, come up with 4 different beers to put on this poll. The poll will be put out in our various hangout groups. Also, you'll find it in the description of this live. Hopefully sometime by the end of the night, hopefully not too late into the night. I hope we can get this all together real quick so we can just enjoy an off air and not have to worry about trying to figure out different beer styles to put onto a poll. But it should be up tonight anyways, so everybody can start voting. It should also be, unless Beerman wants to opt out, should be on Beerman's community page as well. He's been the one that's been making the polls. Dio started it all, and then Beerman took the reins when Dio had some other things going on and couldn't quite be there for making the poll all the time. So I appreciate it. I appreciate Beerman. I appreciate the panel. Thank you guys for all being here. I'm so grateful everybody could, not everybody, but everybody that was here found a Grisette, and sounds like most of them were pretty enjoyable. 80s, 90s, high 90s. So very nice. And cheers to the chat. Great chat tonight going on. You guys kept it flowing quite nicely. I appreciate you guys for watching. And Alex, you want to take us out so we can go?
Certainly. Let's do it, shall we? This Sucks Beermaster, and we will see you all on the next live stream, next video. Sucks Beermaster signing out.
Cheers, guys.